Good morning, everyone. Eric Rogers here with your National Sales Director, Gabe Asor, and Sales Mastermind and National Sales Director, Scott Tash. So we've got a good presentation today. We made it to August 5th. You're 5 days into your month. How are you doing with your goals? You know, if you said you wanted to get 5 proposals this week, did you get them? 1 a day? If not, then, you know, maybe you're working a little bit Friday. So here in Arizona, we're having something we usually don't see much of, and that's a lot of rain in the morning. How about that? So
it's thundering outside. It's going crazy.
Yeah. It feels
monsoon season.
Yeah, it feels like Florida. Love it. So you can get a tan in the front yard, and you're getting rain in the back. So what we want to do though is before we get started with Dan the Man Stinson, who is a regional account manager in the field just like you, just got started, and boy, he has not stopped. So Gabe's going to do a little introduction, but before we get there, what I'd like to do is go ahead and Scott Tash is going to give us kind of a rundown of what is going down tomorrow. We've got an advanced, brand new, this is our first one, right?
Yes.
First one. And follow me on the Merchant Careers site while Scott is giving us the rundown.
If you haven't registered yet, you got to go to the live training. This is not one of the automatic things that you pop into. You've got to get on there and actually physically register for Saturday's class. Okay, that's on the live training tab right down there. It says Saturday. So get in there and register for it. And then the next thing, for those that haven't registered and those that have, then what I want you to do is scroll up there and go to the over to the
1000.
Yeah, go to the downloads. It's under downloads to our dashboard. It's also under dashboard.
Yep, we can go dashboard and mod one.
You'll find it right there. There is a click on that contact list. 1000 contact list. This is a memory jogger that helps people go, oh yeah, I know somebody that's a nurse, I know somebody that's a doctor. But we're going to look at that and look at the underlying businesses that they work for behind it, and then the next level of businesses of what the actual potentials are. And just as a sample I'm going to give you, let's say that you know a doctor that you go to, and he's a private practitioner, you know, your GP or your gynecologist or whoever. Well, guess what? They take, when you go in there, you have to give them a copay or a deductible or something. You pay that when you go in. Those are the upfront sales that they do, that their office manager, and you might be able to get that as a business. The underlying business of that is when the insurance goes in and comes back out, that what is left over that insurance doesn't pay goes to a billing company. And all of you have received those bills in the mail that say pay this.
Yep.
A lot of people pay those by credit card, and guess what? You're really not paying the doctor that. It's going through a billing company, and that billing company does it for multiple doctors. I work with a billing company now on the backside. They do it for multiple doctors. They process almost $900,000 a month. And that's the one you're going to swim upstream to. So we're going to look at all of these types of businesses, people that you might know and have contact with or do business with now, and look at the potential of what is behind it, so that we're going to go to that next level of, if I get this one, then I can go up and go catch a bigger fish. The second thing we're going to look at is, which of these are easier to go do? Which are the simplest? Some of these are so simple that it's just a matter of, if they decide to go with us, it takes them about 10 minutes to change a computer setting, and boom, they're processing with us. And so many of these don't even see people up front in person. And so there's no specialized equipment to it. So we're going to look at those types of things so that you guys can get ideas in your area for the types of businesses that have that kind of potential, and we can start helping you move up those food chains and find some of those types of clients. So these are kind of the advanced sales type things that we're going to go over. So it's going to be Marketing 101 tomorrow, and looking at your area, but looking at it in a different way, using the types of contacts. So it's hidden potential that we're going to talk about tomorrow.
Okay,
so
very exciting. Very exciting, Scott.
Yeah, that's going to be, and guys, let me spend a little bit more time on how do I register for this thing. Scott, you did a great job. That sounds great. How do I get there? And if you haven't done this already for sales associates and regional account managers alike, RAMs, SAs, this is free, part of your training. This is the thing that we want to help you with, is to be successful, because we are directly linked to your success. If you're not successful, we're not. Straight up, we're all in the same boat. That's good for you to know. We're all in the
same direction.
That's right.
Everybody needs a drum beater.
Yes, sir. So, guys, you just go to Saturday and say join.
Gals.
Guys and gals, yes, and make sure that you guys are getting in here, and ladies getting in here. Just name, email address, hit register, and then an hour before the presentation.
It says up there that we're in for 9 to 9:45. Don't even think about that. We're going to go for as long as we need to tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to give out some ideas. We're going to take some questions, maybe talk a little bit about some things in certain areas, and that. But we're not taking any questions that have to do with equipment or I need help doing that. We're going to defer that out to your national sales directors. We're going to get right to the meat and potatoes of things tomorrow.
Right.
Yep,
right.
Absolutely. And guys, just to clarify the time, it's noon East Coast. So whatever time zone you're in, go ahead and back it out. So West Coast, that's 9 o'clock. So we're all going to be here, same place, same time.
I was going to do it from my house, but doggone it, we're coming up to the office to do it because I want these smiling faces on there too.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I was going to wear a hat. It's Saturday.
You need to cover your face on a Saturday.
Hey. And you've got a face for radio.
There you go. There you go.
All right, guys. Love it. Now listen, again, the regional account managers, sales associates, get on this thing. Let's get to the show. Yep, thank you very much. Gabe,
Thanks, Scott.
I want you to introduce Dan the Man Stinson, who is a regional account manager just like you, started just like you. And Gabe came up to me the other day and said, listen, you need somebody for Friday? We've got him. So while you're introducing him, Dan, I'm going to unmute you so you will be able, yep, there you are. I just missed him. You'll be able to go ahead and share your experiences, share with everyone else what's working for you and what's not. So we really appreciate your attendance today.
Absolutely. Dan Man, Mr. Dan Stinson,
Yes.
enjoyed meeting him, and of course enjoyed meeting all of the regional account managers and sales associates that are under my national sales director for you guys. So enjoy every one of you. So the bottom line is that Dan and I were having a quick conversation, and he was telling me a story of how he actually was talking with a few of his contacts, and just at that point I felt it, and I said, Dan, how comfortable are you going to feel, being on our testimonial? So I want to welcome Dan Stinson.
Thank you, Gabe, and thank you, Eric. And I tell you what, I feel humble. I really do. I'm just me. Just let me put it out there for everybody that's brand new and maybe brand new to direct selling. You're always going to have fear, okay? And I still have fear, but there's ways to overcome it. When I was back in the work, hey, I'm sorry, I got called forward, and you just have to ignore that. But anyway, might be a customer. But it's just the fact that you've got to work on yourself. The one thing that I remember when I used to work with combined insurance companies, probably the best education I ever had, besides now coming to with you guys, is W. Clement Stone said there was self-motivators are very, very important. And basically what you say and how you talk to yourself. And when you're walking into a strange door, talking to a new door, or doing something brand new, you got to do something to overcome the butterflies, the fears. And the three things that I learned was, one, success achieved by those who keep trying with a positive mental attitude. And then the other thing is, when there's nothing to lose but trying, a great deal to gain. If successful, by all means try. And then the one to kick your butt and get it going is do it now. And basically I learned how to just repeat that thing over and 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 over until it just became a part of me. And I've used this situation all the way through. I've been in direct sales one way or the other since 1970, 74. I've sold insurance, but I've sold high-priced light bulbs, okay? I mean, really. You go into a place and, they're normally paying $1.50, and I'm talking to them about buying for $16. Now, the key is this. People buy, just like the training has said, people buy from they like and trust. Mm-hmm. And so last Friday, I was getting a chiropractor adjustment. And I just spoke to my chiropractor. I said, as I finished up and he was, doing the final evaluation and everything, and I said, Dr. Boyd, I said, hey, I started with a new company here, and you take credit cards, don't you? He said, yeah. And he said, well, I found a way that possibly could save you some money. It wouldn't cost you anything to look at it. Would you let me look at your statement and see if we can do something for you? And I really didn't know how to approach the guy. I was just thinking while I was on the back, I said, okay, how am I going to talk to him? And it just came out there. Okay. And he said, sure, no problem. He says, well, when can we get back together? And he said, well, Tuesday's is the best because he's off a half a day. So I went back Tuesday. Sure enough, he gave me this statement, 12 o'clock, and, I farmed it off. Well, what happened, was it yesterday? Yeah. Yesterday, I was coming in. I live in Belmont, North Carolina, which nobody probably knows where that is, but you know where Charlotte, North Carolina is, so we're about 7 miles away from Charlotte. And so with this area, a lot of times, like I told Gabe, I don't do a lot of business with a lot of small businesses. We're doing the Kmart, Walmart, and we don't go out that much anyway. So I drove down to a company that I sold some lights to, automotive repair guy that back in 2002, I think it was, and he only bought one time. So I walked in there to him, and I just tried to chat with him. I said, "You remember me?" He said, "Yeah, I think." I said, "Well, you got the light bulbs, the expensive ones you bought." He said, "Oh yeah." And he said, "Listen, I started with a new company, and you trade credit cards, don't you?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well," I said, this company is guaranteeing the lowest rate." I said, "Oh, I've heard that before." I said, "Every time they come in here, they always come in here with the lowest rate, and then all of a sudden they hit you with all these charges and stuff like blah, 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 blah." And I said, I couldn't agree with you more. You're probably right. I'm brand new on this thing. But I will tell you this. I said, you bought from me a long time ago. Yeah, well, the product was good. I said, yeah, okay, the product was good, yeah. But you bought me because you liked or trusted me, because you are a smart guy. You're not going to spend $26 a bulb unless you feel you can trust somebody and you feel like it's worth your money. Mm-hmm. He said, well, that's right. Well, so that's why I'm here now. Mm-hmm. I said, I've done due diligence on the company I'm working with, and I really feel that they can help you out. And he said, well, you're just, you'll come in here and they'll say something, piss you off, and you'll quit. I said, no, you don't seem to understand. I said, you realize I was with the other company for 12, 13 years. He said, yeah, still am. I just service the customers that call me back. Okay. I'm tired of climbing up ladders. So, but I said, Calvin, I said, look, he said, well, here, and he started warming up a little bit, and I said, all I can tell you is this, that it won't cost you anything to try it. And he couldn't give me a statement because his bookkeeper has it. But he did warm up. Said, I just want somebody to show me how much it is per month. Now, the little bit of training that I learned, okay, I went over to the wall where he had all these credit card things, and I said, yeah, you're right. The charges do go up. And look at there, because of that and that right there, right? It said because of extra benefits like the MasterCards and stuff like this, and Capital One, He said, yeah, I know, and I'm paying for it. I said, yeah, you are. But that has to do with the benefit. But here's the thing about it, is the charges. And we are very transparent. So, give me a shot. I said, I'll tell you what to do. I'll come back and I'll show you some actual invoices. I'm not going to show you who they are. They're actual invoices that are blacked out, but it shows. And so, but he said, well, all right, come back and show me that, and I'll see what we can do. Now, that's not a guarantee, okay? But here's the deal. It's the law of numbers. I mean, it's just a flat law of numbers. I hadn't got my numbers yet today, and so I've got to go back out and get it. I've got a guy that I go to church with that said, no problem, he runs a pretty big company. He said, yeah, I'll be happy to give it to you. But concentrate on your warm market. There's another tip for prospecting. If you run into a situation like I do and you're concerned about cold calling, walking in and not knowing who you need to talk to, there's a source called Reference USA. You can get it free or you can pay for it. I think free is better. But if you have a library card and they support it, and most of your libraries do. Just go to your library website, plug in your card, and just go under the databases, and you go Reference USA, and you can plug in and find out exactly who the person who makes the decision, what their volume is, the whole bit. So you just feel a little bit. You can only download about 25 at a time, but it will give you some insight as far as walking in and say, "Hey, it's John," and that's it. I don't want to take a lot of your time, but I'm excited about being involved. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. You got an opportunity to earn residual income. And I hope that you understand what residual income is. That's income that keeps coming in whether you go to work or not. And if you build a good thing, and like I told Calvin the other day, I said, I've always relied on this. I don't rely on one big person to make my living for me. I look after enough needs, and my needs will always be taken care of. That's a quote from Zig Ziglar, but it's still my philosophy.
Yeah.
And do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And I'm out. Thank you for the opportunity talking. Hello? Hey, I'm through. Thanks very much for the opportunity. Hello? Are we still on? Hello?